views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Live an enlightened and authentic life by standing in your own power. The Silver-Gaia Show with Dr. Bree Gibbs and co-host Stephanie Sills brings forth new information supporting the ascension process happening on the planet now. Dr. Bree travels multiple worlds bringing through the unknown ancient knowledge and messages to help you remember who you truly are and live a life with truth, trust, and passion. Now, here are your hosts, Dr. Bree and Stephanie.
Welcome, everyone, to the Silver-Gaia Show. You know, it's the holidays, and during the holidays, we're surrounded by many different people discussing the effects on the body of being an empath. It's important, an empath, and how does it impact us in our daily lives. Being in the public places is sometimes overwhelming. We are all divine beings, and we are blessed with this amazing gift. Don't run from it. So what do you think about that, Steph?
You know, I was just thinking that there has been times that, you know, being a mother of four and going to the grocery store to do our grocery shopping and felt so overwhelmed in the parking lot.
Right.
And just crying, going, I don't want to do this. Why? And that made me think of the empath thing, but I didn't know at that time how that energy was affecting me.
So now that you know you're an empath, did you find a way to resolve it?
Oh, yeah. Well, once you learn some of the techniques or the warning signs that these are not just your feelings, these are other people that you're picking up.
Right.
And to help transmute them.
Right.
As an empath.
I know with me, there was almost a year I didn't leave my house.
Yeah.
Long time ago, right? And all of a sudden I said, enough. I'm going to embrace this gift.
Right.
I'm going to put up mirrors. I'm going to shield myself somehow so I can start living a normal life. And this is many years ago.
Right.
And once I did that, I was able to be out in the crowds.
Right.
You know, I'd be on the malls, right? And it was finally like, I can go shopping again. It was great. So this episode, I think, is really important because of the holidays.
For sure.
So the one thing is, you know, a lot of empaths feel like they're alone.
Yes.
And I want them to
they
know.
think that it's just them all by themselves.
Right.
Having these experiences.
We need an empath support group.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that why most people go to therapy? I mean, because they just don't know.
I agree with what you're saying. You know, but some people that they go to therapy, unless they're seen by a metaphysical person, right? They're not going to understand that.
Right.
Doctors will want to give them antidepressant pills, blah, 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 blah. And that's one thing I'm going to get to right now.
Good.
There are a lot of empaths that are using alcohol, using medication, food. Okay, I'm guilty of it.
Right.
To dim that feeling and bring it down a little bit.
Right.
I know on Monday I had a stressful day.
Right.
And I ate some stuff I shouldn't have ate. And of course my body paid for it later.
Right.
But, you know, I want people to understand that there's a lot of us out here that have this problem now.
Oh, yeah.
So yesterday I went to the dentist. And I just got tired of, you know, we all know that I have dentures, right?
Right.
And this is a year-long journey and everybody's on it with me, right?
Right.
And I was like I was feeling everybody's emotions in there. I said, okay, so it takes a little bit, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm meditating, quietly breathing and stuff, paying attention to my breath. Breath is life, right?
Yes.
And I put the intention out. And so first of all, I called in all my guides and angels, right? And my guardians and beings of light that can help me, right?
And this is a must.
This is a must.
Yeah.
So they had to do a reline on my dentures, right?
Okay.
Because the gums shrink, they have to do that, right? So what I did was, you know, being an empath, the chemicals were affecting me. And so what I did is I said, okay, Spirit, Mother Goddess Gaia, you know, being a goddess, right?
Right.
I said, please help them make this material and bless it so my body will accept it.
Yep.
And when they put it in, they put the heat back in your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say, here, let's try it to see if it works. I didn't taste the material. I'm not sliming everywhere, drooling, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not sick this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The bloating in my stomach is gone.
Yep.
Everything's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that as empaths, we need to bless everything we do.
Right.
Whether it's painting your house,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's eating,
Mm-hmm.
And making sure that we also thank them
Right.
for what they're doing.
For sure.
Our guides and everything and stuff to help us get through that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's very important. That, especially with the thanking of, sorry, the chair has wheels.
I know, you keep moving back.
And that, my daughter, she goes and gets a shot every 3 months to a birth control shot.
Okay.
And I tell her every time that she goes and gets this, because I'm not a shot kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, make sure that once you get that shot, that you go within yourself and only take what that shot is providing you, what it's for. All the other stuff that comes with it, like the moodiness, the cramps, that kind of stuff, the stuff that doesn't serve her in her body,
right,
to transmute that out.
Mm-hmm.
And ask, your guides to go through your body with you and transmute what that shot isn't good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like, the first time, it was horrible.
Wow.
It was like.
Well, and she's such a sensitive empath.
Yes, that's
she's
the
like
thing.
how I
Yes.
was when I was young at her age.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is she?
She's 16.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember missing so much school.
Mm-hmm.
I would catch everything. My mom would go get all my homework for 2-3 weeks because I would catch everything.
Right.
And my mom would say, okay, we got to do something. We got to figure out what to do.
Right.
And so she got me through school.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the weekends, we'd go to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I'd come home sick every Saturday night.
Right.
When we're done shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what reason we want to do this show today, because I think it's so important. So here we go.
Okay.
If you don't learn to set proper boundaries as an empath, what happens?
Oh gosh, so much can happen. Depression.
Mm-hmm.
Your plate's too full.
Right.
And everything else that comes, you have to put more on that plate. And like you said, you could take up drinking.
Right. And there's a lot.
You have to protect yourself.
Right. So how can we help each other with this issue and the feeling of pain, of others?
Well,
I know I got lots of questions for you.
Yeah,
today.
I know. I mean, for me, talking to someone that's going through emotional stuff, listening, and hopefully providing some techniques so they feel better. Even a hug. I mean, as empaths, we can take in that emotion from somebody else and transmute it.
Right. But what about the ones that don't have the tools to transmute it? There's a lot of them that do not have the correct tools. Right. And it's scary for me to see that.
Well, you have to be taught.
Right.
It's not something they teach in school.
No.
Which they should.
Well, yeah. We'll get to that on the show. We could be on a soapbox forever on that one.
Right.
So the one thing is, I've noticed lately, a lot of people, their tempers are up.
Yes.
And it's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So, so there's two different things about that.
Mm-hmm.
Being an empath, they're feeling everybody else's emotions. Mm-hmm. So one thing I'm going to say is bubble yourself in pink.
Yep.
Imagine yourself in a pink bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Put mirrors facing outward.
Right.
So their stuff will reflect off of you.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one because it really shows the other person.
Right. Or here's the thing I do. Mm-hmm. Before I leave the house, I always make sure my guides and angels and everybody are with me, right? And the ancient goddesses are with me, right? And I always say, may anybody's negative energy not affect me today.
Right. What about closing down, or not down, but closing
the crown chakra?
Yeah.
I closed it down to the size of a dime.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was for two different things. One, I didn't want to feel anybody else's stuff. Two, I didn't want somebody looking at me.
Right.
Because people can read you with the crown chakra wide open, unless you put up that field of protection.
I remember when you taught me that, and I think I said it once before, that I went to a Halloween party and there was just tons of people there, and all of a sudden I'm feeling anxiety, and like I'm almost going to faint. This is not normal for me.
Okay.
And I knew by what you had taught me, this is going to be my first time ever trying it.
Right.
It is shrinking down to a...
Right. And it's just for a short time. So you come back into your house and you're in safe place.
Yeah. And it worked. It worked. And it's not instant.
Right.
Like as soon as you do it, you got to give, for me, it was a couple minutes. Then my body went, oh, okay, now. And then I could join the party.
Right.
Yeah.
So on this show today, we're going to be talking about having empathy for empaths also.
Yes.
That's one thing that people forget.
Yes.
And the other thing we're going to talk about is the social influences that can damper our own I can't talk now. Our own wisdom. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with more of the Silver-Gaia Show and Bree and Stephanie.
Jamie Lemon is a licensed massage practitioner and has owned her practice in Kent, Washington since 1998. Through her own personal life experiences, she's been guided to many different natural healing modalities. After experiencing the benefits, she became certified in modalities, allowing her to share them with those interested. Schedule your private session with Jamie today at kentmassage.com or call 253-332-7318.
Dr. Bree Gibbs is a fourth-generation high priestess with the knowledge to raise your vibration in conscious creation. Offering a wide variety of services from goddess light and shamanic healing seminars to private reading sessions, Bree works with you so you too can stand in your own power. Isn't it about time you took your life into your own hands? For more information about Bree's services and products, visit silver-gaia.net. That's silver-gaia.net.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Crystal Voyage, located in Tacoma, Washington, is here to help guide your personal journey of awakening and raising your personal vibration. Tap into their on-site practitioners to choose from personalized readings, massage therapy, Reiki and energy healings, body-mind kinesis, life coaching, and many more modalities. Check out their store, showcasing an extensive array of crystals, stones, jewelry, books, and more. They also promote a network of readers offering animal communication, past life regression, aura cleaning and healing, channeled messages, numerology, and so much more. Visit their website at www.crystalvoyage.com to learn more.
The Earth is an ever-changing being. Goddess light shamanic healer Bree Gibbs guides us through the ascending worlds and brings forth knowledge and truth. As a light creator, she is here to provide new information needed at this time in our evolution. Join Bree as she shares messages from guides, spirits, ascended masters, goddesses, and others. Tune in Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific for the Silver-Gaia Show and live the authentic life.
Are you ready to stop stress, anxiety, and low self-esteem from running your life? Join award-winning author Dr. Friedemann Schaub for Empowerment Radio and learn breakthrough solutions to switch out of survival mode and approach every day with great ease, joy, and purpose. Tune in the first and third Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific to Empowerment Radio with host Dr. Friedemann Schaub on Transformation Talk Radio. Visit thefearandanxietysolution.com to learn more.
Welcome back, everyone, to this really important show today on social influence that can damper our own wisdom of being an empath. If you don't learn how to handle this correctly, we can get tired easily from taking on other people's emotions. Energy vampires are drawn to us like flies on fly strips. I've had that happen to me, you know, and it's like, wow, can you guys just step back? One, I've learned to protect myself, so it's not going to work, right? There was this really famous psychic and author that came out and talked about that she's an energy vampire, and she was showing people how she's done it. And we haven't heard from her for a long time. And it's kind of sad because she really gave us some great information, right? But, you know, and that was her thing. But, you know, energy vampires can be anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with empaths.
Yes.
So empaths are normally really loving, sensitive, sometimes too sensitive. And I'm like going, how can we help them today? So if they're too sensitive, what's your suggestion?
Too sensitive.
Nobody can be too sensitive.
Yeah, that's, you know.
Okay,
no
so
one,
I was just trying to get that out of you. Nobody can really be too sensitive. Are we highly sensitive persons to empath? Yes.
I tend to think that the people that come up to you that are moaning and groaning about whatever their day was, and then you get the next person and the next person, and the people that come to you for your advice. Right. And we must be the ones that can transmute some of this stuff because they just come up to you and go blah of all their stuff, and you're like, But a lot of them don't even want to hear the cures. Right. And that's what bothers me. You know, we're as an empath, as a teacher, we're here to support each other. Right. And sometimes I get calls and I get emails and they're saying, who can we go to for help? You know, if I'm not available, then I send them to somebody. And if they can't, I've found people that right now with the holidays, you know, finances are tight. Sometimes I just spend 5-10 minutes on the phone with them to help them because it's like, there was people there for me when I was younger. Right. No, and even when I've gotten older, when I took my break for a while here, you know, here you and I met and you were there for me and I was there for you and we just kind of worked through it together. So anyway, that's one thing I want to make sure that everybody's really supportive of all the empaths. I mean, here's the thing, we're all born empathic. Right. We're born with all the senses. Right. It's something that in our innocence that can take that away. And luckily you and I, that didn't happen to us. Even with the personal issues I went through as a child. So I was able to keep those abilities with me. And, you know, my mother raised me in goddess life. Helped a lot, you know, where she was very sensitive. My dad, that's another story, but that's okay. Right. You know, but, you know, so the overwhelming large crowds, you know, my parents, since we can't use other people, I'll use me. We had large parties at Christmas time, and whenever my parents felt like throwing a party, my dad wanted one, we'd have them, And it was so overwhelming. And even as an adult, sometimes it could be overwhelming for me. You know, and so the ways that I've learned to handle it is, one, turn on some really quiet meditation music. Yes. Put your headphones in if you want. Yes. Sometimes I have it going on, you know, sometimes you know, a CD, and I just lay on the couch and relax. So be with yourself. Yes. Be alone with yourself, out in nature. Right. Ground yourself. I find that I do stray away, like in my family life, when I need to be recharged. I definitely step away from the people in my house so I can recharge. Well, I'm glad you brought that up about recharging, because right now a lot of people go dormant at this time of year. Oh, yeah, for sure. And here's one of the main reasons. Their melatonin is down. So if they, that's a natural herb, you know, and I take it. So I don't want to put myself dormant all the time. Right. But we do need our downtime. So it's really important that we do that. Like there's people out there that are so depressed that they can't leave the bed. Right. You know, how do we help them look at something positive? Okay, so they have to realize, one, they need lots of light. Yes. So staying indoors is not it. No, it's not. Or you need to open up your curtains. They have these lights that are blue lights to help bring in daylight into your home when it's raining and dark outside.
that will help you also.
Well, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that right now because we are now getting into our winter weather.
Right.
And it does, have an effect on people and it slows them down.
Right.
And the thing is, I guess you don't get caught up so much in the slowing down that you are in bed and not wanting to get up. You have to participate in life.
Uh-huh.
You have to take a step forward, even no matter how small it is. That's what gets you going.
Right.
I mean, I know it's hard, but with your guides and the help of others that understand, that a lot of people say, you just don't understand. Do you hear that a lot?
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've had to say, I'm sorry, but I do understand. I've been there.
And yeah, a lot of these people are the empaths.
Right.
And they're keeping them bounded up in the house on medication.
Right.
Without the stepping stones of getting the spiritual inside help.
Well, and the other thing is the sun brings out the vitamin D in us.
Yes.
And so, no, if you feel like you need to have some vitamin D, take some vitamin D.
Yeah.
Or get some herbal teas that have it, at your local organic place. And I drink a lot of tea, so that's one thing. So anyway, let's get back about not so much in diagnosing and helping people. We better get to the real stuff here. Otherwise, we could sit here and talk about this forever.
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing is overanalyzing your situations. That's really not healthy.
No.
And a lot of people say, well, you're overanalyzing, Bria. I said, no, this one I'm actually thinking about meditating. Overanalyzing is where it's day after day after day to try to figure out one problem, right? So, we're laying a new floor in my house. It's all done, right? Well, a couple pieces of the tile loosened up, right?
Okay.
So my husband got pretty upset, and he was overanalyzing it. It was like, wait a minute, let's just do this and get it over with. So here I went out, and he left the house for a second, went outside to get some fresh air, right? I blessed the house real quick because of all the anger and stuff, right? And he's very empathic.
Right.
And, I'm like, oh, wow, we can do this. We can get this done. And so he came back in, he fixed the problem, and we were done.
Did he feel better?
And he felt better.
He calmed down then.
He calmed down.
He worked on himself. See, this stuff works.
I'm telling you. So as an empathic he is, it's like, wow, okay, it worked. What he did outside, what I did, the combination of the two of us working together. So, that's another thing that I like to let the listeners know, that they can call to have a partner, have a buddy with you. Someone that you can call and talk to and say, hey, I'm having this really rough day today. I had to go Christmas shopping and there's all these people around and I don't know how to handle it. Can you help me?
Right.
There's always somebody out there.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a friend, get a hold of us on our website at silver-gaia.net. We'll talk to you right now because there's so much happening. So here we go. Here's another one. Are you affected by the moods of others who are around you right now?
Oh, yeah.
So what are you doing about it?
Well, I recognize that I get slammed with other people's emotions.
Right.
And so I do the protection. I do the pink bubble and the mirrors or, I don't know what I'm trying to say it right. When people come up to talk to you about your problems, about their problems, and it's, there's a reason why they're coming to you.
Right.
And there's the help that you can give them as long as they take it. And it also helps me to help them. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. So here's what I do, though. I don't bubble myself.
Yeah.
I'm open. I listen to what they have to say. Right? But I don't take it in any longer. I've learned a new tool not to take it in. So what I've done is, before anybody comes and talks to me during the day now, is I ask my guides and the goddesses to help deflect any negative energy away from me. May I listen to them and honor their feelings, but deflect it. So it doesn't come in anymore. So that's been part of the reason why I've done the weight gain, because I've taken stuff in for people. I'm a giver, I'm a helper, right? And as teachers, when you're a true teacher, you're wanting to help the whole world.
Oh,
Sorry.
of course. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we can't, but you know, so the thing is I've asked the goddesses and Gaia to help me deflect it.
Right.
And once I learned this to deflect it, it was like, wow, my stomach's not feeling so bloated.
Right.
Because I was taking it all into my third chakra, which is our power center.
Right.
Which then what happens? Depletes our own power center. So then we have to either go and do the Kundalini, or I go so far to do a soul retrieval.
Right.
Also, when I know I've done that, because I get them part of my soul, which they don't have a right to have.
Exactly.
And so you have to go through all the stuff to bring yourself back. So that is an easier way.
Well, you also know that you have work to do if it's gotten that deep.
Right.
And the extra work to clearing it from yourself.
Right.
And you know it's going to be extra work when you've had an extra dosage of other people's emotions to get that off. You know you're going to have to do some extra work on yourself.
Right. So we're going to have to take a break pretty soon, but when we come back, you know what we're going to talk about? How to help them do this work on themselves. So we'll be right back. More with Silver Gaia Show.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere, with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
Dr. Bree Gibbs is a fourth-generation high priestess with the knowledge to raise your vibration in conscious creation, offering a wide variety of services from goddess light and shamanic healing seminars to private reading sessions. Bree works with you so you too can stand in your own power. Isn't it about time you took your life into your own hands? For more information about Bree's services and products, visit silver-gaia.net. That's silver, Gaia.net.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
Jamie Lemon is a licensed massage practitioner and has owned her practice in Kent, Washington since 1998. Through her own personal life experiences, she's been guided to many different natural healing modalities. After experiencing the benefits, she became certified in modalities, allowing her to share them with those interested. Schedule your private session with Jamie today at kentmassage.com or call 253-332-7318.
The Earth is an ever-changing being. Goddess light shamanic healer Bree Gibbs guides us through the ascending worlds and brings forth knowledge and truth. As a light creator, she is here to provide new information needed at this time in our evolution. Join Bree as she shares messages from guides, spirits, ascended masters, goddesses, and others. Tune in Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific for the Silver Gaia Show and live the authentic life.
Crystal Voyage, located in Tacoma, Washington, is here to help guide your personal journey of awakening and raising your personal vibration. Tap into their on-site practitioners to choose from personalized readings, massage therapy, Reiki and energy healings, body-mind kinesis, life coaching, and many more modalities. Check out their store, showcasing an extensive array of crystals, stones, jewelry, books, and more. They also promote a network of readers offering animal communication, past life regression, aura cleaning and healing, channeled messages, numerology, and so much more. Visit their website at www.crystalvoyage.com to learn more.
So this this has been a pretty interesting conversation.
Yes, it has.
So right now we want to turn this around, and how do we support the empaths? So during the holiday season, okay, a lot of us eat too much.
Right.
Okay. So I know that I'm having a party at my house this year, right? And inviting you and, other people here. Yeah, you get to come.
She likes me.
Yeah, I do. So with everybody that's in the room, you cannot but help feel some of the feelings at least, right?
Right.
Okay. So the way I want the empaths to know how we can help them and what to do. So here's the thing. When all the food is out on the table, limit yourselves. Because actually, don't take in too much while you're around a whole bunch of people. The other thing is, in your head, quietly, if you want to, bless your food.
Right. And
thank everyone, including Mother Earth, Goddess Gaia, for this food that has been made for you. And I just go, sometimes I just want to, I thank her. I thank my guides, right? And then I thank the lineage of the food.
Right.
Because of all the people that's taken to prepare this food, such as the farmers,
Right.
So that's one thing. So if you do that, that's going to help. The other thing,
but don't deny yourself.
No, don't deny yourself what you want.
That hurts your insides too, because they're telling you what. Is it you telling you need to eat this, or is this your guides telling you to eat this? Listen to your guides. And, don't deprive yourself, but don't overindulge.
Right. Like my sister likes making cream puffs, right? And this has gone on since I was in high school, right?
Right.
I don't eat them. Okay. Because they're like the big, if you guys could see my hands right now, it's like putting my fingertips together in a circle. They're huge.
Right.
They're not like the 2-inch little ones, right? These are huge, like I want to say like the size of a softball, right?
Okay. Wow.
Okay. So having half of that, maybe, right? But try not to use food to cover your feelings, what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Throw up those mirrors. Bubble yourself in pink. That's unconditional love. You're not. Then that should help soothe it.
Right.
Okay. The other thing is alcohol. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have a drink during the holidays or a glass of wine.
Right.
But the one thing I do is bless it.
Right.
And not overindulge in that also. So we're not trying to tell anybody what to do.
No.
But this is just for...
Even if you do overindulge, don't beat yourself up for it.
Right.
It's the fact that you even recognized it as a gift.
Right.
But we're not trying to tell people how to do it.
No.
Or not to do it.
Right. And, and of course, the one thing is, and food to block some of their emotions and to protect themselves from many of those that do not want to talk about it. Yeah. Even though we're around other, goddesses,
right?
Other metaphysical people, whatever you want to call us, right? We still can feel the emotions.
Oh, for sure.
So I call a friend of mine that lives by Palm Springs. She's just outside of Palm Springs, and she started coughing one day. And she goes, "You're holding on to something." I said, "I'm getting tired of this, right?"
Right.
And she goes, "You're holding on to some sadness." And the one thing she suggested is to call the person's I am present forward. And tell them if you want an apology or whatever, right?
Do you physically have them come forward?
No, call them their I am present forward only. Okay, so I don't need them physically to be here, right?
Okay.
To do that. So higher self to higher self, we're calling the I am present forward, right? In a form of meditation.
Right.
And in this, release everything these persons may have hurt your feelings about.
Right.
You can ask for an apology. If the apology and the person calls you and apologizes, then work. But you know what? You don't have to say an apology. This is my thing. Is I got hurt pretty bad about something, right? And all I said, I called the I am present forward.
Right.
And I said, I forgive you and I love you. And that's all I have to say.
Right.
If you'd like to apologize, then fine. If you don't, it's okay too.
Right. So you let go of it.
Yeah, you let go. Yeah. Don't hold on to it. It's not yours.
Especially if you recognize it. That's an important thing. If you recognize what is bothering you, who's bothering you, what is bothering you, just recognizing it is your bell.
Right.
Is your ringing bell to go, okay, what do I do with this?
Mm-hmm.
And you take it like what you've done, I am present, higher self to higher self.
Right.
You have to let go of those things. But recognizing it first is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're recognizing, then there's your bell.
Right.
And now you start thinking, and then you release.
Right.
Right?
That's very true. So, the other thing is, so when we feel other people's emotions, what can a person do to help themselves besides the bubbling in the mirrors?
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, you got to recognize if they're your emotions or someone else.
Correct. That's discernment.
Mm-hmm. And, like if you're having a good day, you went into, let's say, 7-Eleven, bought something, walked out, and now you're all pissy. Now you're thinking, wait a minute. Those weren't if you weren't pissy before you went in.
Right.
And now you're pissy and you have no reason to be pissy, then you have picked up someone else's emotions.
Right. And so what do you do with them?
Well, that's when I start clearing them. They're not for me. These are not mine.
Mm-hmm.
And ask my guides and Gaia and Creator,
right,
Source, to cleanse me of these attachments that are not mine.
Right. So some of those we may send up, some we send down to Gaia.
Yes.
There's been times that I've gone down to the spring several times where I've had to be taken down, cleansed completely, and come back up.
Right.
And that's another thing is we talked about the spring before. We should talk about this, and everybody should go to this.
Mm-hmm.
So Gaia this last summer opened up the healing springs again, and so go take your consciousness, go down to Gaia, and then her priestesses will meet you there. And she corrected me. Remember, she corrected me on that? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking goddesses. Oh, no, these were her priestesses, right? Uh-huh. And they walk you down to the healing waters and wrap you in whatever.
Right.
Because I'm not going to tell my experience. Right, everybody has their own experience.
Exactly.
And go in those healing waters and let her heal you from the inside out. Mm-hmm. Believe me, you'll feel completely different. We both have done it.
Yes.
You had a very special one.
It was very, very intense for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like to tell people if everything you've done hasn't worked, then why don't you try this?
Yeah.
Why don't you try something new? I know it sounds, to a lot of people that are just waking up, it sounds like woo-woo.
Oh, you had to say the word.
Is that not true?
And that's because everybody's put a label on it.
Well, because we were programmed to think certain ways. And now you have to unprogram yourself to get to like these amazing gifts that we have brought with us here.
Right.
And these amazing healing gifts with other people around us that are giving us these new ways of learning how to deal with being an empath.
Right.
And other people's emotions. And once you find out that they're not yours, do you know how easy that is to release?
I know, isn't it great?
It's
deflect.
Yes.
Release. It's not mine.
And once you realizing that you are doing this because you're making contact with the help, and that's what's most important,
right?
Because you're trying to you want to be able to help other people too.
I know,
and that's the amazing thing about studying this stuff and putting it into action, and then teaching others to do it. Because once they study it and put it into action, they teach others, and it moves on and moves on and forward
and forward constantly.
Yes.
So it's like teaching you about the pink bubble when I came here.
Yes.
That has gone all around here. Or teaching about the universal laws.
Yes.
And look how that spread.
Oh yeah.
In this area.
Right.
In different areas when I came here to teach it. And so empaths need to follow the universal laws so diligently.
The universal laws are beautiful.
Right.
It's all balanced. It's all balanced equally.
So if they're equally balanced and the laws are balanced, and as an empath, we're both empaths, so we really are talking about ourselves, how we can handle things today.
Right.
When they're balanced, we don't have to worry about nothing.
Right.
When I'm not balanced, my left foot will swell.
My right side in my third chakra feels like stabbing.
Oh, wow.
And I know I have to do work.
That's some massive work.
Yeah, because it hurts.
Right.
But, that's holding on to something and releasing it. That's recognizing This is the thing of recognizing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do the work.
And so the other thing is, as healers and mediums, we're going to be talking about that because we only have about a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
I think the responsibilities as a healer and a medium, and I'm not talking psychic mediums.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the medium where the consciousness leaves and another being comes in and talks to you.
Right.
That's the type of medium I'm talking about. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That word is used kind of loosely.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's different types, but you know how I feel about that.
Right.
And we're all about being our true authentic self, so let's just put it out there. When we come back, we're going to talk about healers and mediums and how we can help you, but also how you can help yourselves with the things we're going to teach you today.
Right.
So we'll see you back here in just a few minutes on the Silver Gaia Show.
Brand consultant Jen Morgan is here with Radically Distinct Radio to help you take control of your future and maximize your brand's power to produce results. Whether you're an individual trying to reinvent yourself and launch a new venture, or you're an executive trying to reposition your company to modernize your sales and marketing programs, Jen Morgan and the RAD method empower you to play to your strengths and show up in the world as your most powerful brand. To learn more, go to jenmorgan.com, that's Jen with 2 N's, Morgan.com, or call 206-972-5366.
Dr. Bree Gibbs is a 4th-generation high priestess with the knowledge to raise your vibration and conscious creation, offering a wide variety of services from goddess light and shamanic healing seminars to private reading sessions. Bree works with you so you too can stand in your own power. Isn't it about time you took your life into your own hands? For more information about Bree's services and products, visit silver-gaia.net. That's silver-gaia.net.
Crystal Voyage, located in Tacoma, Washington, is here to help guide your personal journey of awakening and raising your personal vibration. Tap into their on-site practitioners to choose from personalized readings, massage therapy, Reiki and energy healings, body-mind kinesis, life coaching, and many more modalities. Check out their store, showcasing an extensive array of crystals, stones, jewelry, books, and more. They also promote a network of readers offering animal communication, past life regression, aura cleaning and healing, channeled messages, numerology, and so much more. Visit their website at www.crystalvoyage.com to learn more.
Get into it for 2016. Do you want more prosperity, clarity, energy, and balance in your life? Join Lynn Brown now for one of her amazing workshops, each focusing on a key part of living your best life. For more information and to register for one of these amazing workshops, visit lynnbrownevent.com. That's lynnbrownevent.com. And get into it this 2016 with Lynn Brown.
The Earth is an ever-changing being. Goddess light shamanic healer Bree Gibbs guides us through the ascending worlds and brings forth knowledge and truth. As a light creator, she is here to provide new information needed at this time in our evolution. Join Bree as she shares messages from guides, spirits, ascended masters, goddesses, and others. Tune in Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific for the Silver Gaia Show and live the authentic life.
Jamie Lemon is a licensed massage practitioner and has owned her practice in Kent, Washington since 1998. Through her own personal life experiences, she's been guided to many different natural healing modalities. After experiencing the benefits, she became certified in modalities, allowing her to share them with those interested. Schedule your private session with Jamie today at kentmassage.com or call 253-332-7318.
Welcome back. Hey, Steph.
What?
We're going to talk about healers and mediums.
Yep.
Now, remember I told you what kind of medium?
Yes.
And there's ones where we leave our consciousness and another being comes in.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We chant, and some people call that channeling.
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between channeling and mediumship. So with channeling, you're hearing the words and interpreting them.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And with mediumship is where another being takes over. And I actually go to this very beautiful purple field. That's all I want to say. And it's kind of a resting time for me.
Right.
And I have great conversations over there too. It's wonderful. But when as a medium, I come back, and of course people have to remind me what was said.
Right.
And I'm going, okay, thank you for letting me know.
Now, do you believe everybody can do this?
I think everybody's an open channel.
Okay.
As long as they're wanting to embrace it.
Right. And do it out of love.
Of love. You cannot
channel without.
Oh, no, you can channel without that love.
Yeah, but you're getting the wrong kind of people.
Right.
Or spirits.
Right. So what you want them to do is really make sure that you're in a love state constantly. And that you're doing that at the highest of intent.
Right.
Your healings, your people that are psychic readers, all that. You make sure you're doing it at the highest of intent, or you really can. Some people could be really screwed up if we're not careful.
Right.
And as healers and teachers and mediums, we are so responsible for what comes out of our mouths.
Yep.
Some people do radio shows and stuff for fame and fortune, right? And our thing is get the messages out.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Oh, yeah.
Is the messages get out.
Get out, yes.
And people are helped. I mean, there's been, I don't know how many times you and I have helped people, and, and they're like, wow, we didn't think we could just call on the phone.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's about. So here's the thing. Healers, what's their responsibility with an empath?
Of being an empath or with an empath?
With an empath.
What's our responsibility is to help them.
And
with the skills.
Right. So we want to teach them.
I wouldn't let them know they're an empath.
Right. So teach them they're an empath, that their skills. But of course, there's always things that we do before that to find out, are they an empath?
Right, for sure.
Right. And so,
well, I really, truly, honestly believe the empaths are the new doctors or the new therapists.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know why I say that? Yeah.
And they're so cheap.
I'm telling you.
We're cheap.
Okay, so that's one thing. Is we have to be responsible when we're working with with any client, no matter what they are, empaths, whatever. But say about empaths, so let's just leave it at that. Okay. If I bring as a medium, I bring through another higher being that wants to talk to someone. I have a tape recorder.
Right.
So they're always able to MP3 it down and take it with them. I never listen to it. So that's one thing, because it's not my place to know what was said.
Right.
It is for them only. It's private messages coming from a higher being. And, it's not me.
Right.
And so there's a few that I do channel for, but then there are just two that I'm a medium for.
Right, right.
So the mediums will come through. And so I was actually having in a meditation with Goddess Bridget. And you know how close she is to my heart.
Right.
And I was hearing her telling me to love everyone. I said, but I do love everyone. And then she reminded me about the holidays. And this is how we came up with the show today.
Can we get the empaths out there to spread the love?
Yes.
Hold it strong through the holidays.
So if they hold their own personal love and stay centered.
Yes. They can
so
help.
Even just in their heart chakra, not the beater part, the chakra, right? And if they just fill that up with love and center all their love in their heart chakra, they will not feel all these effects.
Plus, they help thousands by doing that themselves.
Correct.
Because holding the love vibration on this planet is very important right now.
Oh, especially right now.
Well, it always has been.
Yeah, but we're getting at the end of the year.
Yes.
We're all releasing our garbage. People's anger is up. And it's like, wait a minute, let's go ahead and hold that love vibration so you will be okay.
Yep.
So that's one thing.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are. This is one of the things I want to get to, and then we're almost done. We are divine beings. We are blessed with amazing gifts. Do not run from it. Why would I say something like that? And we're reading off what I typed. And, that's like the last one in big, bold letters.
We're divine beings. We're blessed with amazing gift to do not run from it. Well, how do you stop people from running from it?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
one, let everyone know you're a divine being. And know it yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, big deal. I got this weight to lose, right? I'm still a divine being.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We're in the fifth dimension and we're going into our light bodies.
Yes.
And, you know, these gifts are amazing what we're happening to us right now. Okay. I'm reading some stuff and they're saying, it was just ridiculous. I was hearing, it's the end of the world again. Guys, we already started the new earth.
Right.
You're too late.
Yeah.
You're just too late. Don't even talk about it. You're late. The new earth is here. Yeah. But that's because we're coming into the fifth dimension completely, being in our light bodies. Okay.
And this is why people are noticing more of their inner fears.
Correct.
And that's why they're coming up to be dealt with.
And that's what's happening by the end of the year.
Yep.
Everybody will have dealt with their inner problems, whether it be the inner child, whether it be the ego, whether it be problems you have with your husband, your boyfriends, your wives, whatever, your sons. I have an 18-year-old that's driving, you know, and your teenage girls. And so it's like all this stuff. So whether we let them go and let them crash and burn, we have to do that. Everybody has to go through that in their lives. That's their learning experience. That's their journey. But we have to let them know that they are divine beings. Yes. And when they are divine beings, everything is in divine perfection.
Yes. Yes.
So let's go over a little few things here. Okay. So when they're in public places, people need to bubble in pink.
Bubble in pink and put those mirrors around. Right. Facing out.
Right. And Archangel Michael is great to help you guys with that. Actually, all the archangels.
Put your intention.
So, the intention out. But here's the thing: is you need to call upon the angels and your guides that are standing around you.
Free will. They want to know how to help you. You have to ask for it.
We have to ask for it because I mean, there's been times where I've heard guides from other people crying. They don't ask us for help. We want to help. So what's the best thing to do? Ask them for your help. Yep. So. Here's the other, and another thing is, so let me see, if the crowd gets too overwhelming, you can walk away.
You always can walk away, and it's okay. It's okay if you can't handle it. It's okay if your friend that you're with doesn't understand. It's okay because you're taking care of yourself.
Right.
And that's important. You can't take care of anybody else but yourself first.
Right. And food and emotions. I know
be aware.
That I had to be aware of it on Thanksgiving. I was, at home doing a bunch of stuff and things, we got company coming, all this stuff. And I had to go, okay, I need to be careful with that too. So we got that part. Okay. And then and recharge your batteries.
Yeah. Get out in nature, meditate, get with yourself.
So, but if you're in a crowded place, what is the best way to recharge yourself, you think? A real simple way too.
I take deep breaths.
There you go.
And release.
So, and as goddesses, what do we say? Breath is life.
Breath is life. Yep.
So just breathe in, blow out as hard as you can. Yep. So breathe in through your nose, blow out through your mouth. You can release it all.
You could do your crown chakra into a dime size.
Right.
And close that until you get home. And it does work. It does work.
I know people don't say it. So anyway, and alcohol, I'm not telling people don't drink because I have a drink.
Everybody has their choices.
Right. And so just don't overindulge in it because what happens is the alcohol intensifies our ability. Then you get to that point and you go, wait a minute, why am I feeling so much stronger in the empath ability? Because the alcohol will intensify our abilities.
And intensify more of other people's feelings being attached to
Correct. So you want to be careful with that. So, and as your vampires, if you feel somebody's constantly
draining you,
get away from them.
Yeah, go get recharged.
And they could be in the room with you.
It could be your husband, your wife, your kids.
Oh yeah, my husband.
Your dogs, everything. Anything.
Did you have to mention everything in my house right now?
No, well, it wasn't intended to be right there. We all have.
All right. I know, I love it. So anyway, protect yourself, protect them also from feeling your pain.
Feel your love for yourself. and give yourself a hug before you go shopping.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
I know, because when we're done today, I got to do some shopping.
Oh, well.
So I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to go, okay, I'm not going to fill everybody's stuff today. So, I'll just bless the whole world today so I don't have to fill it all.
Yeah.
And if I feel anything and I feel like I want to get mad, all I'm going to say is, bless you.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
That surprises people.
I did that to my husband one time. He looked at me like, bless you? Well, better than telling you got on my nerves and shut up.
Right? Yes, it is. It's much more kind.
So, anyway, let me see what else we got here that I want to go over one more time. Boundaries. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Set proper boundaries. That's a big one. If you're setting those boundaries down and you're going, okay, I can do this, you're going to be fine.
Yep.
So, we're just about done, aren't we?
Almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
This went fast.
Yes, it was.
All right. So, everyone, we're going to have to leave in a minute. So, I'm going to tell you this. You all are divine beings.
Yes.
Remember that. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you again on the Silver Gaia Show.
You've been listening to the Silver Gaia Show. New energy has made its mark. Illuminate the human race. Join Dr. Bree Gibbs and Stephanie Sills each week, Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Each show is designed to share and discuss timely key messages and truths. Dr. Bree brings forth gods and goddesses, ascended masters, and others to communicate the information our world needs. For more about Dr. Bree or the Silver Gaia Show, visit silvergaia.net, and we'll see you next time.
The views of the guests and the callers on the preceding program do not necessarily reflect the views of the Silver Gaia Show.